How fortunate am I? Hello there, my friends. This is Craig, and welcome to my channel, The Atheist Experiment. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. How fortunate am I? What do I have to complain about? I mean, really, what do I have to bitch about? Should I complain about my Wi-Fi or internet going out or being spotty? Should I complain about having to go out and clean the snow off of my car before I hit the road? How about the fact that my cat is harassing the Christmas tree? Should I bitch and whine about getting cancer and having to go through what I went through to get better? I'm sure we can all relate to some of these things and much more. So let's take a look at how shitty my first world life is. Have I ever had to spend the night out in the dark and the cold? I'm talking cold, like so cold that it hurts. So cold that it can kill you in a very slow and painful way. Hell, we bitch about it when the thermostat is 2 degrees too high or too low. And then we bitch about who's going to get off the soft, comfy couch and make the necessary adjustment, so we can have the temperature in the room just right. I have experienced cold, but not that kind of cold. The kind of cold that you have to spend all day preparing for. How fortunate am I? I bitch about tap water not being cold enough to refresh me adequately. Yeah, that's right, the tap water isn't cold enough. I like my water from the fridge, so it's nice and cold when I drink it. I walk to my kitchen to open the tap. I can choose between hot and cold and any temperature in between. The water is transported through a series of pipes, valves, and pumps after being filtered and treated, and what spills out of my glass runs down the sink into the sewer through another series of pipes and connections. Then I put it in my fridge so I can get the premium amount of enjoyment out of it. How many of us have had to walk 10 kilometers just to get to the well every fucking day? And when you get there, there's a lineup of other people who have had to walk for great distances to get their water for their families. And don't forget, you're carrying a heavy ceramic jug with you for the whole trip. Your turn at the well finally arrives, and you lower your jug by a rope down into the well and draw up a heavy, water-laden ceramic container, trying desperately not to smash it into the edges of the stone well. You take your jug and begin the journey back home with just enough water to support your family until the next day, when you have to do this all over again. And you don't really know if it's even safe to drink. And my tap water isn't cold enough. How fortunate am I? Have you ever had to wait in your car for someone and they're late? And the later they get, the more you start to ruminate on why you're bothering to wait at all? I should just drive away. That'll teach them to disrespect my time spent waiting. Lately, that's becoming a real thing I bitch about all the time. My daughter is at that age, you see, where she is getting involved in all kinds of things in her life, but she can't drive yet. So we end up driving her all over the damn city to drop her off somewhere, only to have to jump in the car a short time later and head out to pick her up again. And when I'm picking her up, I'm waiting for her to make her way to the car, which she seems to be in no hurry to make happen. I wait at her job I wait at her sports. I wait at her school. I wait at her boyfriend's house. I wait for all her extracurricular activities. I just wait. But what if you really had to wait for something? Like, I mean, really wait. What if you had to wait for a COVID vaccine? I'm not talking about waiting a week or a month or even 3 months. Right now, in Africa, the entire continent is hovering around the 0% mark for receiving vaccinations. This may surprise you. It shocks me. We've been dealing with COVID now for around 2 years, and most of us who want to be vaccinated have 2 shots, and some of us even have 3. We will soon be eligible for the 4th. Yet Africa is left waiting for a vaccine that the rest of us have had for a year or more. While they wait, millions are getting sick and dying. They're not waiting for the 2nd or 3rd dose. They're waiting for the 1st dose. Why are they waiting? It's hard to say. I don't claim to understand it, but it seems inhumane. Most of the world is at least at 40 to 60%, and some even 80% or more. Yet an entire continent is close to 0%? That's just a statistic I read 2 days ago. Now, that's real waiting. Waiting to see if you're going to contract COVID. Waiting to see if you will be one of the ones who gets really sick. Waiting to see if you will die a horrible, painful death. Waiting for my daughter in a parking lot somewhere doesn't seem so bad now, does it? How fortunate am I? We have a hallway light that sometimes flickers. And if we're sitting watching TV at night and someone has forgotten to shut the hall light off, you can see it. Not directly, but just out of the corner of your eye, flickering on and off. And when it happens, it drives my partner crazy, and she screams, "Is anyone ever going to fix that fucking thing?" I know what needs to be fixed. And it's a simple fix. I just need to change the light bulb, right? But I procrastinate, and I say I'll do it tomorrow. Yet tomorrow never seems to come. And the next night, it happens again, and it's the same thing again. And I say I'll get it tomorrow. Don't worry about it, babe, I'll get to it. But I don't. Now, I don't neglect it on purpose. I just get busy, or it's not on my mind at an appropriate moment. And then before you know it, it's another night, and we do this all over again. It would literally take less than 5 minutes to deal with it, and our lives would be back to being comfy and cozy until some other problem plagues our mind. It's usually very simple to solve each night. We just flip a switch. Now the light is off and no longer pisses us off. We can literally flip any one of the numerous switches in our house, and we can have light whenever we need it. Have you ever been out at night in a remote place away from civilization and experienced what real darkness feels like? It's dark. Really dark. Like you can't see your own hand dark. Most of us don't know what this kind of darkness feels like. There are people in this world who don't have light switches. It's a little unnerving, and it's very isolating. If you don't have some kind of source of light, you really can't do very much. Getting up at night to take a whiz is a massive chore as you try not to bump into anything and hope you don't piss on something you shouldn't be pissing on. Darkness is a real thing to be afraid of when you're in need of sleep and you have no idea what is going on around you, and every sound is amplified and exaggerated in your mind. That kind of darkness is terrifying. I can just flip a switch and all is well with the world. Well, my world. How fortunate am I? You know, I do have a pretty fortunate life. I have a car that gets me almost anywhere I want to go, and I can always afford to put gas on it. I have a warm, well-lit house with amenities that would make some think I am a god. My phone does more than all of my parents' possessions could ever do combined. I have several pairs of footwear for all kinds of occasions. My coffee is ready for me when I get up in the morning, and if that doesn't suit me, I can just jump in my car and have my choice of different coffees from a number of different coffee shops within 10 minutes of my house. The number of t-shirts in my closet and in my drawer is staggering. I don't need all of these t-shirts. Sometimes I'm bored. There are times when there just isn't enough activity in my life, and I need something to do because I'm not tired. I have access to all the food I could ever want as I skulk around the grocery store looking for the best price on toilet paper. Speaking of which, my toilet takes away my waste and I don't even know exactly where it goes or how it gets there. I just know it isn't my problem anymore. With a simple phone call to my doctor's office, I can make an appointment and get a prescription to relieve almost any ailment I might have. And if things get serious, I can be treated for a life-threatening disease like lung cancer and have a pretty good chance of survival. How fortunate am I? So the next time I take the opportunity to bitch about how rough my life is, I'll try to remember that guy in the movie theater next to me that keeps cracking his fucking knuckles probably has as much to complain about as I do. We'll see you next time on The Atheist Experiment. Have a great week.
Hey there, my friends. If you enjoy my videos and you would like to see more, subscribe. And don't forget to scroll down and hit the little bell so you can get notifications. I will be putting out a video every Sunday evening, and if you like it, hit the like button. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Also, leave a comment and let me know what you think. Catch you next time, and have a great week.